Welcome student to the basic electrical engineering lab. We are shooting the video from Meghnad Shah Institute of Technology, Electrical Engineering Department. So in this experiment we are going to demonstrate some measuring instrument to you. So first instrument that we are having here is a DC voltmeter. Now there are different types of instrument according to its principle of operation. Now what type of instrument is this can be easily understood by closely observing the symbol here. Now this particular symbol is for PMMC type instrument. PMMC type instrument only can measure DC voltage and DC current. So that is why this is a DC voltmeter, and you can also see the scale here is uniform. This is because of the fact that in PMMC type instrument the angular displacement of your pointer is basically proportional to the current or voltage. That is why the scale is linear. Okay, so you know this is a very common analog meter. You most probably have used it in your school. Now the next instrument here, it is a DC ammeter. Okay, it measured the ampere. It is a DC ammeter. So here you can see the maximum value of ampere is 15 amp. So we can maximum measure 15 amp with this ammeter reading. So these two are the terminals. So you know ammeter should be always connected in series. So here you can see this is plus and this is negative. So you can connect it, and it is also PMMC type instrument. If you can see, the symbol is PMMC and the scale is linear. Okay. Now the next meter that we are going to see or demonstrate is a AC voltmeter. Okay. So AC voltmeter, with the help of PMMC type of instrument, we cannot measure AC because the angular displacement theta is proportional to current. Now in AC, you know, current can flow from negative to positive, and then for the next cycle positive to negative. So the net torque or net displacement will be zero in that case. So that is why we use another type of voltmeter here. You can see the symbol is different. This symbol is for MI type instrument. Okay, moving iron type instrument. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. PMMC is permanent magnet moving coil type instrument, and this is MI type instrument, that is moving iron type instrument. Now in moving iron type instrument, the angular displacement is proportional to the current square. Okay, that is why we get the RMS value of the current here. So whatever AC we are connecting, the RMS value will be shown. Okay, so here we can see the maximum voltage is 300 volt of this particular voltmeter, and you can see the scale is non-uniform. You can see the division from 0 to 60 is not as same as the division from 60 to 120. Okay, 0 to 60 is not same as 60 to 120. That means the scale is not linear. This is due to the fact because the theta, that is displacement, is proportional to I square, not proportional to I. Now this one is the wattmeter. We measured the wattmeter with this type of instrument. Here if you can see the symbol, this symbol is again different. This is a dynamometer type wattmeter, electro dynamometer type wattmeter. Okay. Now in wattmeter, you know there are two coils, current coil and pressure coil. By pressure coil we measure the voltage, and by current coil we measure the current. So here we are having three different terminals for the pressure coil. If your maximum voltage is 600 volt, then you should connect here. If it is 300 volt, then you should connect here. If it is 150 volt, then you should connect here. Now here you can see this is the one end of the current coil, and this is common, and this is M. You know, one part in wattmeter, the current coil and pressure coil are one terminal of the current coil is connected to one terminal of the pressure coil. So these two terminal is always short circuited. This is the current coil and pressure coil terminal which should be short circuited. Okay, now here you can also see a kind of arrangement B1 B2 E1 E2. Okay, B1 B2 E1 E2. So here I have told you about the voltage range. Now the connection of B1 B2 and E1 E2 will determine the current range. So in the reverse side we have seen the E1 E2 and B1 B2. Now here it is not exactly clearly visible in the camera, but I am trying to explain it. So depending upon this connection, the current rating will be determined. So here the current rating can be 5 or 10. Okay, so if it is connected, if this B1 B2 is connected, this B1 B2 is connected, then the current rating is 5 ampere, and if B2 is connected to E1 and B1 is connected to E2, that we can always connect. I can change this connection. So here you can see I have changed the connection. So I have now connected E1 to B2 and B1 to E2. Now for this connection the current reading is 10 ampere. So that is written here. Okay, and it is also important for to understand the multiplication factor. Okay, now when you are connecting, you very much know that what is your current rating and what is your voltage rating. If your voltage rating is 3 volt and current rating is say 10 volt, then here there is a chart. In this chart we can find out the multiplication factor. So for 3 volt current rating and 10 ohm and 10 ampere, sorry, 3 volt voltage rating and 10 ampere current rating, the multiplication factor is 2. So whatever reading we are getting here has to be multiplied by 2. Okay, so this is the multiplication factor, and that can be determined by my voltage rating and current rating connection. Okay, thank you. Okay, now these are the resistances that you can get in your lab. So these are the resistance you generally use in your experiment, and by observing the color code you can find out the value of the resistance. Now I suppose all of you in your +2 level know the color code of the resistance. So first we should start from this side. This is brown and this is black and this is brown again. Now we have a very famous way to remember the color code. In my school days I used to remember it with B.B. Roy goes to Bombay via Gateway. So the first is black, then brown. So this is first is brown, that means this is 1, then black, that means this is 0, and this is again brown, that means this is 1. So 1 0 into 10 to the power 1, that means 10 into 10, that means 100. This is 100 ohm resistance, and the tolerance band is golden, that means the tolerance is 5%. So plus minus 5%. Okay, so that is how we can find out the value of each resistance by observing or reading the color code like this way. Or you can also measure the resistance with the with multimeter. You can also measure the resistance. Okay, that we are going to see later. Okay, so this is the same resistance that we have calculated the value from the color code. Now we are going to measure the resistance and see whether our calculated value was right or not. So this is my multimeter. With the help of multimeter we can measure ampere, current, we can measure voltage, and we can measure resistance as well. Okay, and we can measure both the AC and the DC with this multimeter. Now to measure the voltage and resistance, we need to connect this. The common always should be connected here, and this wire should be connected to measure the voltage, and to measure the resistance we need to connect here. Okay, then we are changing the dial. So these are for the voltage reading, voltage measurement, DC voltage measurement. These are the AC voltage measurement. Okay, and this is you can see these are for the resistance measurement. So we have calculated our value 100 ohm. So I am setting this for the 200 volt 200 ohm range. Okay, so now let me connect this resistance here like this and see what is the resistance that we are having. So you can see the resistance having, it is can we just flip it so that you can see it? Yes, so you can see the resistance that you are getting is 98.5, and you know the calculated value from the color code is 100 plus minus 5, so it is within the range. So our assumption by looking at the color code was correct. Okay, now this is a variable capacitor that we use in the lab. So this if I change the dial position here, then the value of the capacitor will change. So here the value of the capacitance is written. Okay, and the capacitor are all capacitor values are microfarad. So if I set here, then it will be 2 microfarad. Okay, and these two terminal will give you 2 microfarad. So inside this box all these variable capacitors are there, and you just need to change the dial, and then your capacitor will be varied. Okay, so this is a kind of arrangement, lab arrangement. This type of instrument only used in lab. But generally the capacitor that is used in electrical circuit is looking like this. Okay, so you can see the rating of the capacitor is also mentioned here. Okay, and all the your voltage is 440 volt, 500 50 hertz is the 50 hertz is the frequency. The maximum temperature is 85 Celsius. So all the and the capacitance value is 25 microfarad. All this is given here. Okay, and this type of capacitor you can also see in your fan, in your single phase fan. Okay, so this is a single phase fan again. Okay, so this is basically a single phase induction motor. Okay, or we also call it split phase induction motor, and to split the phase we use the capacitor. So if in your home, I do not know if you have opened that ceiling fan, then you probably have seen this type of capacitor there. Okay.